Now, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So, today's topic is breast, which is also called as the mammary gland. We will study anatomy and its applied. Okay, so let's begin. What is breast? Breast is also called as mammary gland. It is a modified sweat gland and apocrine gland. Okay, it is found in both the sexes, but it is rudimentary in males and it is hemispherical in shape. Okay, now it is situated in the superficial fascia of the pectoral region. It has four quadrants: upper medial quadrant, upper lateral quadrant, lower medial quadrant, and lower lateral quadrant. In the upper lateral quadrant, there is a small extension which is called as the axillary tail of Spence. Okay, it comes out through an opening known as the foramen of Langer, and these opening consist of the deep fascia of axilla. Okay, deep fascia of axilla. Now we have seen the quadrants of the breast. Now we will see the base where it is exactly situated. So vertically it extends from second rib to the sixth rib. Okay, and horizontally it extends from the lateral border of the sternum to the mid axillary line. Lateral border of the sternum and the mid axillary line. Now its divisions of the breast are the breast, then loose areolar tissue, then pectoralis fascia, and then the muscles such as serratus anterior and pectoralis major muscles. So pectoralis fascia plus the serratus anterior muscles, this forms the bed of the breast. Okay, bed of the breast. And so next is the structures. Now what are the structures of the breast? So it is consist of the skin, parenchyma, and the stroma. Now we will see skin. What is skin consist of? Skin consists of a nipple and the area surrounding the nipple known as areola. Now nipple is situated at the fourth intercostal space and it has few sebaceous gland. Okay, below it there is a lactiferous duct which pierces the nipple. Okay, it is rich in nerve supply and has many circulatory and longitudinal muscle fibers. It has many circular and longitudinal muscle fibers. Now coming to the areola, this is the area surrounding the nipple and it also has many sebaceous gland. These sebaceous gland gets enlarged in the pregnancy and these are known as the Montgomery tubercles. Okay, these glands also secrete certain secretions which lubricates the breast and the nipple, which prevents them from cracking. Okay, now the second structure of the breast is the parenchyma. Now in the parenchyma there are certain glands. These are known as the tubular alveolar glands which secrete milk. It consists of 15 to 20 lobes and each lobe has multiple alveoli. These alveoli secrete extends into the lactiferous duct and these lactiferous duct converge at the end to form the lactiferous sinus which drains into the nipple. Okay, now third structure is stroma. The stroma consists of the fatty tissue and the fatty material. Okay, now next, blood supply of the breast. So the breast is supplied by the internal thoracic artery, axillary artery. The axillary artery gives three branches: superior thoracic artery, lateral thoracic artery, and acromiothoracic artery. All these arteries supplies to blood to the breast. And The third one is the intercostal arteries, the lateral branch of the intercostal artery. Now we will go towards the venous drainage of the breast. So, two type of vein drains from the breast. These are the superficial veins and the deep veins. You people don't get confused with my notes. You will get all these notes in the PDF form or in the image form in the description box. Okay. So uh, we are on the topic venous drainage of the breast. So there are superficial veins and the deep vein. The superficial veins are the internal thoracic vein, and the deep veins are the axillary veins and the intercostal veins. Now, lymph nodes, the lymphatic drainage of the breast. It is mainly done by the three group of lymph nodes: axillary lymph nodes, parasternal or parasternal, and post intercostal lymph nodes. Okay, so axillary lymph nodes, parasternal lymph nodes, and posterior intercostal lymph nodes. Okay, now we will go towards its development now. These are all same development. So in the developmental part, the stoma develop from the mesoderm and the glands are developing from the ectoderm. So basically the breast is consist of the glands. So from the ectodermal thickening, there is a line known as the line of Schulz और memory ridge और milk line जिसको बोलते हैं, and this line extends from the axilla to the groin, as it is mentioned in my notes, axilla to the groin. Okay, so this line at the 4th week of intrauterine life disappears. This line which is generated disappears at the 4th week of intrauterine life. This is an important point. Marked it for MCQs. Okay, so at the 4th week of intrauterine life, this line disappears. Only its pectoral part persists, and this pectoral part convert into the mammary pit, and this mammary pit do budding. Okay, the secondary buds develop from this pit. Okay, and then at birth the nipple develop from this pit, and at the birth the nipple get develops from this pit and it gets everted. Okay, this is the development of the breast. Now we will come back to the developmental anomalies. Now we have studied the development, how the breast gets developed. Now what developmental anomalies can be seen in the breast? So it is amastia, which is the absence of the breast; athelia, which is absence of the nipple; polymastia means that is multiple nipple; gynecomastia is in development of the breast in males. It is seen in the Klinefelter syndrome, and it is also seen with the drug uses of ketoconazole. Now we will see the applieds of the breast. So firstly, the first applied means applied anatomy. क्लिनिकल पॉइंट से क्या चीज़ें इम्पॉर्टेंट है. फर्स्ट इज़ कार्सिनोमा. सो कार्सिनोमा इज़ मोस्ट कॉमन इन द अपर and the outer quadrant of the breast. Second is abscess formation. So in the abscess formation, whenever the abscess is formed, we will do incision in the drainage. So the main point here is the incision will always be radial. Why? To prevent the lactiferous sinus from get cutting. Now third applied anatomy is the retraction or the puckering of the breast. So it occurs due to many of the reasons. The first mentioned here is due to the infiltration of the cancer forming cells in the suspensory ligament. Okay, in the suspensory ligament, which leads to the contraction of the ligament and due to the contraction of the ligament there is a retraction of the skin of the breast. This is known as the puckering of the breast. Okay. Now second retraction occurs due to the infiltration of the cancer cells into the lactiferous duct. So whenever the cancer cells infiltrate in the lactiferous duct, there is a fibrosis of the breast which leads to the retraction of the breast tissues or breast skin. Now, third is POD orange appearance. This is very common applied anatomy of the breast. How it occurs? It whenever there is an infiltration of the cancer cells in the superficial lymphatic vessels. Okay, superficial lymphatic vessels. There is an superior lymphatic vessels. Okay, superior lymphatic vessels. There is an obstruction. Then this obstruction leads to the edema on the skin, and which gives it the POD orange appearance of the skin of the breast. Okay, now how it is spread? So usually it will be spreading through the lymphatics and through the arteries and the venous drainages. So how it, through which lymphatics it spread? Firstly, due to the communication of the superior lymphatics यानी कि superior lymphatic vessels की communication की वजह से it spread from right to left, यानी कि right side breast and the left side breast are communicated or connected with the superior lymphatic vessels. So due to the infiltration of the cancer cells in the superior lymphatic vessels, it leads to the spread of the cancer from the right breast to the left breast. Okay. Second spread is the spreading of the breast cancers to the abdominal tissues. How it occurs? It occurs due to the connection of the breast lymphatics to the abdominal lymphatics. Okay, and mainly it occurs in the liver, and it can also spread into the pelvis. Okay, these 2 points we have covered. Now third part is through segmental veins. The breast cancer can spread to the brain and the vertebrae. Okay, so with this we have almost covered all the important points of the breast and its applied anatomy and MCQ related points. So the last part is remaining is the investigation, some investigation and some important surgeries we can do, and some important examinations. So basic investigations are FNAC and the mammography. And to increase the size of the breast, we do implants in the glands. And for examination, mostly the breast self assessment is done. We inspect the breast, we palpate the breast, and that's it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.